Welcome! My name is Zane, and in this video I'm going to show how I did this Columbia from Rocky Horror inspired look for this installment of This is Halloween. So with it being Halloween time and also with the reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it, coming out this week, I figured now was the perfect time to do another Rocky Horror inspired look. Last year I did 5 looks, I believe, with pretty simplified kind of classic Rocky Horror looks. So this year I wanted to do a few looks, but I wanted to be more vaguely inspired. So it's like kind of
a reimagination of the character, if you will. Taking the looks a little bit away from just the versions you see in the movie or in plays or whatever.
And instead I wanted to do something a little bit different with them.
Because yet again,
I've already done the kind of classic literal versions of the looks. So for Columbia, I wanted to kind of jump off of her very theatrical look, and I wanted to just kind of take it there and just go with it, and obviously keep it super sparkly. So if you want to see how I did this look, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm starting off with foundation already applied, and I'm just going to deepen up these contours with the NYX blush in taupe to just, you know, sculpt and carve out this face. Then I warmed up those contours a little bit with a kind of heavy-handed bright pink blush to pull in some of that pink contouring heavy blush situation that Columbia has in the movie. Now I'm just taking some translucent powder and I'm putting this on all of my highlights to catch any fallout that's gonna happen, because I'm gonna be working with glitter and there's gonna be fallout. So now I'm taking a kind of medium dark neutral brown, I guess, and I am doing this crease. I first laid it out with a smaller brush, and I'm using a more fluffy brush and that same pink blush to blend that out, to hold on and keep those pink blush tones in this crease. And I'm just going back and forth between that brown and that pink to blend out this situation. Now to deepen up this crease, I'm taking a smaller brush and a matte black shadow, and then I'm just blending out with those same brushes and shades until I got to this point. Now I'm just gonna lay down the eyeliner, that way I know where I don't need to bother trying to put glitter, because trying to put liner over glitter isn't super fun. So then I'm using the Ben Nye Clown White and a small brush to carve out this lid. This is also gonna work great as a glitter adhesive situation. So I'm packing pink glitter on the outer and inner corners, and then a gold glitter in the center, and kind of blending those together. The pink glitter is like a frosty pink holographic mix, but on camera it's reading a little bit purple, but it is a pink, but you know, you do whatever you want. Then I just went over that liner with a sparkly black shadow to, you know, keep that sparkle happening. This is gonna make that liner opaque and really set in those shapes and make it as sharp as I wanted. I also pulled this into the crease and blended everything around. Definition. For the eyebrows, I took a kind of dark red, whatever, lip liner, put on some flapper inspired brows, kept them pretty thin, and then I cleaned up the bottom with a concealer. And then I set that whole thing, including the brow, with translucent powder, because since it is a cream lip liner, it will continue to blend around if you don't set it. So that's all set and dusted away, and then I highlighted that brow bone with Ritualistic by NYX, blended that crease into the highlight just to keep everything blended, and then I put on this little sequin in my inner corner as the inner corner highlight. So I just used some lash glue and a small silver sequin, and boom, inner corner highlight. To smoke out the lower lash line, I used the shadows and brushes I used for the crease, and I just smoked it out and pulled it down in the center to start off this kind of jester shape. I then put a hot pink eyeliner in my waterline, and I used the same method of clown white and glitter to apply it to the lower lash, but I only tapped the clown white, so I just got a teeny little bit at a time. I then dusted away the fallout on the cheek and used Monster by ColourPop to highlight. Moving on to these glitter blush cheek, whatever you want to call it, I just used a little tape roll to use as a little circle, so I didn't have to try to freehand circles. That would not be really fun. So I'm using clown white again, same method, just a different glitter. This is just a craft hot pink glitter. Still would recommend using a cosmetic glitter, but you know, whatever. Then I went over that with that same holographic frosty glitter that I did use in the eye, keeping everything sparkly and cohesive. I used lash glue and glued on an iridescent sequin on my mole just because when don't you need that? Then I grabbed a bright liquid to matte lipstick and I put it on in this kind of baby doll, really heart-shaped bow lip, which is like similar to my natural lip shape if I don't overfill just the sides and stuff. So yeah, and I just went over that with a bright red glitter. Sticking a glitter on top of a liquid to matte lipstick before it's fully set will lock it in, and that glitter will just stay forever. For my little lower lash jester point situations, I just took a pair of lashes, cut them up and glued them back together and trimmed them into this kind of triangular shape and glued them to the center of the lower lash. Then I threw on some top lashes and called it a day. I just love glitter.
My face is so sparkly right now, and it's great. Like, I'm here for it. I'm not really here for the removal of the glitter because I know that the glitter will still be here, but, glitter.
So like I said, I wanted to jump off of the very theatrical elements of the classic Columbia look. So I wanted to pull in some flapper inspired brows, an exaggerated glittery lid, pull the lower lashes down into that kind of jester point, and bring in more glitter elements with the kind of baby doll cheeks and lip situation. So yeah, now we're here. This is a really fun look. It's super sparkly. I feel like it would also work if you just wanted to be like a sparkly jester or a sugar plum fairy. Like, so this is where I took Columbia for
my 2016 Rocky Horror looks.
Because I've been doing Rocky Horror looks every year for a few years now. Last year I made a video. The year before that I wasn't making videos yet, so I just took pictures and stuff. So I feel like this is just an annual thing where every Halloween I'm gonna be doing a Rocky Horror look, but I don't want to do the same look every time. Obviously I want to adapt them and kind of branch off into different variations, I guess, of the look.
So yeah, inspired and not inspiring. So I was walking down the street, just having a think, when something down to me and he nowhere. She took me up to the box pocket, I kept checking the devil's eye. Send me an other thing, now that's another one again.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Columbia from Rocky Horror inspired look. Look forward to 2 more Rocky Horror inspired looks coming up next. And we come in peace. Subscribe for new videos every Monday. Also social media grab in the description. Okay, bye.
A groupie.
Science fiction, double feature, Dr. X, reveals creature.